Back, everybody, and we have a big day here on Valley Happenings, and we have a guest, and her name is Sheryl Griffin, and she is from Franklin, Tennessee, and we're so honored to have Sheryl with us today, and she's written this book, A Scarlet Cord of Hope, and it's her story. And at the beginning of the show, you give us a little background and everything about your abuse, which was all three, you said, physical, mental, and emotional. Okay. When we talk, you get married, but you marry your first husband.
Right.
You marry somebody you know is trouble to begin with.
Yeah. Yes, I did. And I think that there's something inside of you. Well, for me, there was this unhealthy need of wanting to help people, to take care of them, because my parents were alcoholics. That's part of the priming. I had this unhealthy need to care for somebody, to think that I could, not that I thought I was all that in a bag of chips or anything, but that I could make their world better. I can love you enough to help you. Mm-hmm. And so that.
And then you got guilt.
Right. Well, it starts slow. It starts real slow. The signs that you really need to watch out for are, someone who pushes for a quick, exclusive relationship. And that's what happened. There was this quick relationship that was very exclusive, and then suddenly...
Like a whirlwind.
Yes, yes. And at the time, you get caught up in it, and you just think, oh, he just loves me so much. He wants to know where I am all the time, and he just cares. And then the jealousy kind of creeps in.
So this person may become possessive.
Very possessive, very jealous, very controlling, wanting to know where you are, what you're doing, all of that.
But you're liking this.
Yes, at the beginning, yes, you do. You kind of go into it.
You're the center of attention.
Right. And a lot of that stems from the lack of connection that I had with my father. Again, not blaming anybody, but showing the patterns of priming. And so you before you get in, you're in this relationship. We got married, and I mean, honestly, I was 18, I had just turned 18, and he was 19, and I was not even the first girl he was engaged to in high school. There were two other girls.
In high school?
In high school. There were two other girls. And I just think it was like, looking back now, I realize we were each looking for this marriage to solve all of our loneliness, our pain, our guilt, our shame, our fears from our childhood, because he had his own dysfunction, obviously, and has his own story.
But in the book, your mother, you were going to wait a longer, but your mother pushed for you to get married soon in Las Vegas?
Yeah, Reno.
Reno.
Reno,
Okay.
Nevada, yes. Yes, they...
And that's odd right there, that a mother
is.
would take you and said, oh, we'll give you a chauffeur and we'll pay for the trip. But you wanted to wait a couple more months.
We did, and that's kind of the unhealthiness of my mom. I know she loved me. She wasn't trying to push me into this relationship, but in her mind, she thought she thinks she's doing the right thing. All she knows is you need to get married so somebody can take care of you, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And so, and she knew the abuse was going on. They had to rescue me. My mom and stepdad had to rescue me one night, and so they knew.
Before marriage or after marriage?
We had just been married. We had just gotten married, but prior to that, they knew there had been a situation. They did have to rescue me, actually, before and after, and it was shortly after that first rescuing where I had cut school and to go and visit him. And unbeknownst to me, he had been drinking all night.
And this is teenagers. You're teenagers.
Yes, ma'am.
You're kids.
Yes, yeah. And so, but no guidance for anybody. And so that's where, that's why I'm so passionate now to tell my story, because I know these things still go on now.
Right, people are watching right now are saying, I am in this. I know people who are in an abuse, well, as a young woman, a friend of mine go, oh, how'd you get that black eye? Oh, the typewriter fell on me. Oh, look at your arm. Oh, I ran into something. And never thinking, but she was being beaten.
Right. Well, somehow
and hiding it.
Yes, and it gets turned around
Because
to,
it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, and then you feel guilty and shame-filled because you feel I've triggered it somehow. I made him so mad at me that I deserved this, and that's not true.
And then you become, you just expect it. I've done it. I deserve this because I wasn't right.
Yes.
And you get into a catch-22.
Exactly.
A catch-22.
And then it just, as long as it keeps going on, it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. But it doesn't have to be that way.
But people out there, I can hear them, no, I'm in this chair. There's nothing I could do. There's nowhere I can go. There's nothing I can do. I have no one to talk to. There's people out there saying that right now. Oh, Sheryl, we're real happy you got out of it. But I can't. Have you heard this before?
I have, and I can just tell you, I can't get you out of it. We all have to. Part of my theme in my book is taking responsibility for your own choices. That means not taking your abuser's responsibility. That means doing the best thing for you, and especially if there are children involved. You need to talk to a trusted friend or family member.
Okay.
Keep going.
No, well, yeah. Okay, but a trusted friend, a minister. Okay, we're getting a signal to take a break.
Okay.
So we'll be,
okay.
Okay, we just get these breaks here. We'll be right back.